Hi, in last video we have seen the theory part of the SQL. In that we have seen what is the SQL, what is the database, what is the SQL developer, what is the Oracle. This kind of things we have seen, and we have also seen like what is the primary key, what is the foreign key. And I know most of the people still not getting what is the exactly use of the primary key, foreign key. Let it be. In the series we will go in the deep and we will explore more about what is the these things. So in this particular video we are going to see the data definition language and data manipulation language and DQL, data query language. If you remember in last video I have told you we have a five different types of the SQL command. So out of that five I will try to cover three types like data definition language, data manipulation language and data query language. These three category I'm going to be covered. If possible we will see remaining thing also in the same video, otherwise you will see in the next video. So the first question come in the mind in the SQL, like how to create the table, correct? Because we all know SQL is all about the table and store the data in the table. So to store the data in the table, first we have to create and we have to know how to create the table. So for that we have a command create table. So if you see here, I have written what is a create table in SQL. So before going to start the practical session, first I want to explain the theory part or theory area, so you will get more comfortable when I will go to write the query in the Oracle. So let's start. What is a create table in SQL? So basically the create table is used to make a new table in the database. So keep in mind what is the command this create table. So create table is used to make a new table in the database. Then I hope you are clear what is a create table. By the name only you can understand like create table is used to create the tables. Second thing, what is the syntax to create the table? So it's a very simple. Simply you have to type create in the SQL developer. Then you have to type table. These are the fixed thing. Create table is the fix. Then here you have to specify the name of the table, what you want. In my case, I want to create the table with the name of the students. So because of that only I have given the name students. If you want anything else, so you have to simply update here in this particular place. For example, you want to give the name of your table like a employee table. So you can simply give create table, then in place of student you can use the employee like that. After that, inside the round bracket, we have to define the fields of our table. Because see, if you are creating the any table, so it's obvious in that particular table you have a some column. So these fields are nothing but the column of that particular table. Like what column you want in that particular table. So for example, I want ID. So because of that only I have written ID. Then I have to specify the type of that ID. So I am assuming you are learning the SQL. It means you have already know the any programming language already like Python, Java, C++. Okay. So you are very well aware like what is the int. Int is represent to integer or number thing. Okay. So I want ID that should be in integer. So because of that only I have written ID then int. Int is going to be represent integer. Then I want this field to be primary key. So because of that only I have simply written primary key. If you are not getting what is a primary key, don't worry. Just ignore it right now. Simply remember. I simply remember this syntax and I will let you know in a deep. So the next field I have taken or next column I have taken name. So the name is the text field. So for that in our SQL we are using the varchar. So I'm here using varchar 2 and 50 is nothing but the size of that particular column. Then the third column I'm using age. Again age is the integer. So here I have simply written int. Most of the people think why I have not written the primary key. See, in one table there should be one primary key only, okay? So because of that only I have not written primary key again and age not be primary key because a primary key, if you know the definition of the primary key, so primary key should be the unique key and it is possible in the same like in a one class there might be multiple students who have a same age. So we while creating the primary key, we have to keep these things in our mind. So we have to select that particular field or that particular column which is going to be remain unique in that particular table. If it is a not unique, then it is a not a primary key. Okay. So this is the syntax to create the table. I hope you got all the things. So the second here I have written like ID is the number, integer, and the primary key. The name is the text field. For that, I have taken the space up to 50 character using the varchar 2, and age is the number and it is an integer field. So this is the complete theory about how we can create the table. Okay. So first we will create the table. After that, we will explore one by one, like what kind of things we have in that particular table, what we can do with that table, how we can see the data in that table, how we can see the structure of the table. So first of all, let me create the table. So for that, let me open my SQL developer. So let's create table. So as I told you, if we want to create the table, then we have to use the command create, then table. Then we have to specify the name of that table. So as I told you, in my case, I'm going to give the name, for example, students. And one more thing, most of the people think I'm writing all in the capital. So you have to also write in the capital. No, it's up to you. Okay. So no need to worry. Like you have to also follow the same small and capital things. No. Only the thing I like to write in a capital. So because of that only, I have a click on caps lock, and that's why, and after that I'm typing it. So create table, then table name. For example, in my case, table name is the student. Then in round bracket, we have to specify the column. Either you can say the column or you can say the field. It's up to you. So to make it easier, let me give the name column. Okay. So what column you want in your table? So for example, I want ID. So I have given ID. Then you have to specify the types of this ID. So basically we know ID is nothing but the like integer numbering thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. So we know it's an integer. So for that int, because int is going to be represent integer. Then as I told you, I want to make this one is a primary key because I know ID is going to be unique. So it is recommended to always make a primary key the column or the field which is going to be unique. So I know ID is the unique, so I am going to give primary key. See here suggestion is also coming. I want only primary key, comma, then come down. Then here I have to specify the next column name. So for example, next I want name. So name is like text field like Durgesh, Rajkumar, anything like that, but string only. So in the SQL, we are not using the string. We are using the varchar to represent that string data, or we can say text fields. Okay. So name is the string data type, you can say. And for that, in the SQL, we have a varchar. So for that, varchar. And here you can customize. For example, I want 50. So let it be 50. Okay. Then comma, then come down. So for example, I want one more column. For example, age, and this is again going to be integer. Okay. So we have created the table with the column name, ID, name, and age. Okay. And this, the table name is the student. Now the question is come how to run the SQL query, because I'm assuming you are you are a beginner, you are a first time seeing this SQL developer. So at that time you don't know how to run it, what are the different options we have in this thing. So the best thing simply Control A to select entire query and simply click here on this green button. See, it's showing run statement kind of things. And one more thing, never forget to add the semicolon at the last. See, without semicolon also you can write the query, but there is a very important of this semicolon. You will understand once we will go in the deep. Even at that stage, you are not going to use this semicolon. It will not give any error. Okay, but make practice or habit to use the semicolon at the end of the every SQL query, cause it's a nothing, but it's a everything like kind of things. Okay, so as I told you, Control A, then simply click here. Table students created. Okay, so the table is created, but how to see whether this table is created or not? There is a two way. First of all, here you can click on these tables and you can manually go there and look for that particular table. Okay, let's try that one first. Click here, then it's a student S, so you can go alphabetically. So one second. See, here you can see student table is created. If I click double click here, see, here it's showing ID, name, age, whatever we have given. Okay, and here it's showing the size also, like where care 50. Okay, what we have given, and for the number it taken by default only. Okay, here we have a different option like a data, model, constraint, grant, statics, trigger, flashback, dependency, details, all different things we have. So don't worry, I'm not going to skip anything. I will explain each and everything about the SQL developer and SQL query, but step by step. I cannot go to explain all the things in a one single way, otherwise we will distract from our syllabus. Okay, so first of all I will tell you these things. If you we are already in the columns, so if you are in the columns, you can able to see the name of the column, but if you click on the data, you can see the data of that table. But right now, if you see, we have only created the table. We have not added any data to the table. Because of that only, we don't have any record here. Okay. Then if you click on the models, one second, it's loading. So this kind of things you will get. And if you click on the constraint, one second. So constraints is nothing but you can simply keep in mind constraints is equals to condition. Like if you see, we have added condition like primary key. Primary key is nothing but one kind of condition. So you can see that condition, whatever you have added while creating the table in the constraint. Okay. And the remaining thing we will explore one by one, but come to our topic. So we have created the table. Now come here. I want to show you something. First of all, let me one second. We minimize it. Yeah. Then come to syllabus here. So the point number 11 I have written how to view the structure of a table. So you have seen directly like I have gone in the in that particular table and I have clicked double click on that one and you have seen that things. But if you want to see the structure of the table by the command, what you can use, DESC. This DESC is nothing but the representing the describe. What you want to describe? I want to describe the students table. So because of that only I have written describe student. So if you come here and if you want to check from here only, what you can do, you can simply type DESC, which is stand for the describe. And what I want to describe, I want to describe my table. Come here, then come here, then semicolon. Okay, so i- in the first case I have told you simply you do Control S and you can click here, you can run it. Okay, but that is a one case. Second case, what you can do, you can simply click anywhere in that particular query which is you want to run. See, I don't want to run this create table because I have already run it. So now I want to create this describe student. And I told you na this, try to use, make habit of using this semicolon. If you are not going to use this semicolon, then this entire thing is going to be considered one single thing. But this is not a one single thing. This is two different query. So to identify SQL developer your query separate, always make a habit to use the semicolon. Now this is going to be treated as a two different query. So let me tell you the second way how you can read, how you can run the SQL query. Because most of the people like they they want to use the shortcut key. They don't want to select and click here every time. Like even if you want, you can do like this also. Let me show you. You can select here and you can click here. Save. It is running very well, not a problem. Okay. But this is the traditional way of running the SQL query. The advanced what you can do, or not we can say advanced, simply you can do, you can click anywhere in that particular query. Okay. Then simply control and enter. See. So this is the second way how you can run the SQL query. The first way, you can select that particular query and click here. The second way, you can click anywhere on that particular query and simply control and press enter at the same time. So that is the second way. My aim is not only to teach you the SQL query, I'm also thinking to make you more user friendly with the SQL developer, because you get more user friendly with SQL developer, you get more confident. Okay. So this is a two way how you can run the SQL query. Okay. So this is the command describe, then table name you have to specify to describe your table, whatever you have created. So again, come to the syllabus and come here. So the next question come in the mind, how we can see the data of the table. But the thing is that right now we have not added any data in the table. So even we've shown you manually, like if you remember, I have clicked on the particular table name, double click, and we have gone inside the table and we have seen there is a no data. But the same thing you can do by the query also. No need to go inside that particular table and double click on that, then click on column or click on table or data. Okay, no need to do like so here. So for that we have a select query. So question come in the mind, what is select query in SQL? Select statement is used to retrieve a data from one or more table in database. Right now don't think like what is I'm trying to say one or more. Simply keep in mind, select statement is used to retrieve or read the data from the table or database. You can say like that. Okay. Then next question come, how to use that select command or select query to see the data. It's a very simple. If you see here, let me show you. It's a very simple. Select, we have to use as it is select, then star as it is, then from as it is. No need to change anything from here. So at last you have to specify the name of the table, like select star from student. So student is nothing but the name of my table. So let's see how we can use it. Come to the right SQL developer. Then come down. Then simply type select. Select, then space, then star, then space, then from. See, this select star from you have to write as it is. No need to change anything. It's a fixed keyword, okay? Because most of the people get confused like what is the fixed things, what is the variable code, okay? So keep in mind this select star from is a fix. Now at last we have to specify the table name from there, from where we want to select. So if you know our table name is the student, simply copy this one, come here, then paste here. Then don't forget to add the semicolon. And if you see, I have a click at the last of this query. And if I'm simply going to click control and enter, the query will run. Okay. But here you can see at bottom here, We are only getting the ID, name and age. We are not getting any data. And the same thing we have seen there also. Let me show you here. But previously we are doing manually. Most of the people don't like to go manually to check for the table. No, they have query. They can simply write query here and they can see the same thing here also. Then no need to go there. Okay. But as I told you, I want to make you more friendly with the query SQL developer and the SQL. Because of that only I'm showing you both the cases. So this is the how you can see the table whether they have data or not. So right now, as I told you, we don't have data. Because of that only we are not getting any record here. There is a lots of things we can do with the select query, but right now I'm not going to tell you like all the things, because first of all I want to add some data. Then you will get more clarity how to use the select query in different way. Okay. So again, next question come in the mind: how to add or how to insert the data in the table. Correct. So come here. So the next question, like how to insert the data in the table. So to insert the data, or in simple way to add the data in the database, we have in the database or a table, we have insert query. So again, what is the insert? So you can see here, the insert statement in the SQL is used to add a new row, or you can simply say new record, to the table in a database. It allow you to insert the data into the specific column or into all column of the table. Like it's up to you what how you can want to insert the data in the table. So the basically insert is the command or a query we are going to use to insert the record or data in the table. So I'm not going to write this entire things one by one because it will take more time. So simply let me copy these things. But here is the one problem. Uh, Here I have taken four field like ID, name, age, and marks. But do you remember while creating the table we have only taken the three column ID, name, and age. Then it will give error. So what we can do? There is a two way. First of all, you can delete that table and create again the table with this four field or four column. That is a one option. Second, what we can do, you can alter that particular table. So this is one of the very like real time scenario you can see here only, or case where initially I have created the table with the three column ID, name, age. But later I thought, oh no, I want one more column there like marks. So what we can do, as I told you, first option, simply delete that table, create new table with this updated column. But right now you can do these things very easily because you don't have any data in that particular student table. So you can simply delete that entire table and create new table with the this newly added column marks. But in a real time scenario, for example, you are working in any company and there is already lots of data is present. Okay. And you want to add one more column. So it is not a good practice to delete, or even if you want, you cannot delete the data because a manager will kill you. Course, the in a corporate data is everything. You cannot delete all the table or records like easily. No. So there's a lots of restriction. So the what the alter way you can do, you can simply alter that table, or in a simple way you can say you can modify that table. So let's see. So we will modify our table, then we will insert this particular things. Okay. So come here, and here only I have written the query for the alter. Let me search. Yeah, I found. Okay. So we have a query, or you can say we have a command alter. With the help of this alter, we can alter or modify our table. So let's see how we can do. So come here, simply come here, then simply type alter. See, already suggestion came here, alter. then table. Just like create table, we have a alter table. Then you have to specify the name of the table, which name of the table, which table you want to alter. So I want to alter the students table. Okay, then what kind of alter you want? Because see, there is a not only like we can add the new column only in alter. No, alter means modified. Either you can remove any column, either you can add any column, either you can rename any column, either you can change the data type of any column. So there is a lots of things we can do in the alter. So from there, one of the things we are going to see how we can add the column. So for that we have a command add. Then what you want to add? So if you see here, one second, let me show you. And don't worry, this notes I'm going to share to my Telegram channel, and the link of my Telegram channel I will provide in the description box. From there you can join my Telegram channel and you will easily get these notes. And I know even if you're not going to use these notes, by watching the video only you will get lots of things. Okay, so come here. Yeah, as I told you, I have a new column marks. So simply copy this one, then come here, then in add column you have to paste here. Okay, then you have given the name of the column like add marks, like it will understand, oh, on that particular query alter table understand, oh, I need to add the column with the name of months. But if you remember, while creating the table, we along with the column name we are also providing the types or data types of that particular column. Okay, so here marks, for example, I'm going to consider the integer, so simply type int. That's it. Okay, let me run this one. So simply control and enter. It's showing table student alter. But what is the proof it's alter or not, it's change or not? So what you can do, simply come here, then simply control and enter. Control and enter I'm using to run the SQL query. Okay, in initially only I have shown you two ways to run. Okay, so don't forget why I'm using control and enter. So here you can see marks is added. There is one more way you can confirm. Simply come here, then simply click select star from table. So select star from table, you will get ID, name, age and marks. It means we have successfully altered the table. So unintentionally I have also altered query, because I was thinking to cover this one like after some time, but by mistake initially I have created the table without a marks, so I have to do like that. Okay, so keep in mind how to alter the table, and there is a lots of things in the alter. So right now I have only covered the add. Okay, once we will reach that particular topic, I will explore and I will show you each and every operation what we can perform with the help of the alter keyword or alter query. Okay, so the next things I want to add the data. So to add the data, or you can say to insert the data, we have a command or query insert. So let me show you. First of all, let me close this one. Yeah. So I'm going to copy this entire thing, because if I will type one by one, it will take more time. Okay. Simply come here and paste here. Don't worry, I will explain what is this exactly insert query. Yeah. So here insert into is going to be remain same. Okay, don't think like you have to use different things. No, insert into is a fixed keyword. That students is nothing but the name of the table. Like you have to split, you have to specify now you want to insert into, but where? So I want to insert into the table. So which table? So students table. Okay, then you have to specify the column of that particular table. So in that table, I have a ID, name, age, marks, these different column. So these are the columns. Then values. So again, values is going to be also fixed keyword. See, I'm repeating again, insert into and values is going to be fixed. Only the variable thing is ID, these things, ID, name, age, marks, and this value. Okay. So whenever, if you want to insert any data in the table, you have to use the query insert into. Then you have to specify the table name. So in my case, it's a student. So because of that only, I have written the students. Then you have to specify the in a round bracket column name. I have specified the column name. Then after the values, you have to specify the exactly what value you want to insert that particular table. Okay. So this is the syntax. So yeah, again, one more thing I want to tell you, so you will get more user friendly. To insert this 20 records, you have a two option. Either you can insert one by one, like if you are here, you can simply click Control and Enter. It will insert particular line. If you want, let me show you. For example, I am here, then I'm simply clicking Control and Enter. Here again, I have did one mistake. Sorry for that. For marks, I have taken integer, but here I'm trying to add the special character also. So because of that only I'm getting error. So what you can do, either you can update your data type or you can update all these 20 records. So I think changing the here is a one single point is more easier as compared to the changing data type in all the 20 records. So sorry for that, but don't worry. Again, you have got a option to learn one more functionality of the alter. So first we have seen how we can alter the table to add the column. Now we are going to see how we can use the alter table keyword to alter the column or to change the data type of the column. So simply what you have to do, so to add the add any new column, we have to use the add. But what if I want to modify that data type? So simply you have one second, modified. Then column name, then data type, what you want. So as I told you, I want where can. Simply copy this one and paste here. And for example, I am giving the size 10. Okay. So this is the syntax how you can change the data type of the already created column. Okay. So simply Control Enter. Here you can see table student alter. If you want to see, again, we have a describe. So come here. Let me run this one. See, marks is now converted to the varchar 2. Okay. So I was here, like I was saying how you can insert the data in the table. So as I told you, there is a two way. This 20 record you can insert one by one. At that time you have to click Control Enter 20 times. This is the one approach. Second approach, what you can do, you can select this entire thing from here to at last. Okay, you have selected, then simply click on here. Okay, you can see the data is inserted. But there is a one very important command which is I have not told you right up to this point. It's called commit. Without commit, don't think you can survive in the SQL developer. Let me tell you why I'm saying like that. If you remember, in the first video only I have explained you about the commit, but I told you I will show you the real example. So uh, commit is the query or is the command which is we are going to use to save the our action or operation or the activity whatever we have did on the SQL developer. So you have inserted the data here, but if you want to save these changes permanently in your database, at that time you have to use the keyword commit. It's a very simple, and you can keep in mind, after performing any operation, or what you can say, after running any DML command, you have to use the commit. What I'm saying, DML, data manipulation language. After using any command under the category of the data manipulation language, you have to use the commit. Keep in mind, okay? Don't forget to use commit. Simply, it is very simple. Simply commit. Okay? Then control enter. Let me run. See, it's showing commit completed. Until and unless you are not seeing commit completed, you cannot consider your action is saved or your changes is saved in your database. Once the commit showing commit completed, then only you can consider, oh, your changes is saved in database. Okay. And I have told you now, after running any DML command, you have to use the commit. So might be you forgot what is the DML command. So let me show you again here. 1 second. Yeah. See, under the data manipulation language DML, we have a insert, update, delete. So after running this either insert, update or delete, you have to use the commit command or query to save your changes. So again, come here. We have seen how we can insert the data. We have seen how we can save the data. So to save the data, we have a commit. Now again, I have inserted the data in the table, but I want to see the data. So as I told you, to see the data, we have a select command. So if you want, I can write again also, but we have already written that command. So let me show you that command. See here only, select star from student. So this command basically we are using to read the table from the database. Simply control enter. See, previously we are not getting any data. We are only getting this column ID, name, age, marks. But right now we are getting the data also, or record also, like 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of things. John, Alice, Bob, age, marks. Okay. So we are able to insert the data successfully. So this is the way how you can insert the data in the table. But if you remember, I have told you there is a lots of things which is I want to tell you about the select star from this particular command. Not only you can fetch like the select star from the student. No, there is a lots of many ways to use that select star from. Okay. So let's see. If you come to the syllabus, come here. Why I'm following this syllabus? Because I don't want to skip or forget any important point to tell you. Because of that only I'm following this. Okay. Come here. Here. So select with the specific column. So first of all, let me tell you what is the meaning of this select with specific column. First of all, understand, you can retrieve only the column you need instead of fetching all the column. I know most of the people not get it. Come here. I will show you. Here in the table, we have a 4 column: ID, name, age, marks. But what if you only want to see the name and age? You don't want to see the ID and marks at that time. But the problem is that when you are going to use the star, star means all. It will going to fetch all the column. So when you want to fetch all the column, you can simply type star. Select star from table name. So this is the way you can fetch all the column. But as I told you, what if you want only name and age? So what you can do, come here, enter, simply type select. Then you have to specify the column name which is you want. So as I told you, I want name and age. Okay. The thing is that I can simply type name, comma, age from students and it will work. But I'm not going to type. because I'm a very lazy person and I like to copy paste the things. So now I'm going to tell you how you can copy from here. Okay. Then what you have to do is simply come here, then click, right click, then here you can see we have option copy selected column header. If you click here, then the name is going to be copy, and simply come here and as usual control V. Okay. So my intention you to show you this because I told you I want to make you user friendly with the SQL developer also. Then comma, then again come here, then click here, then copy selected header. I know this is a very small thing. You can type very fast, but just I want to show you. We have this kind of option. Okay. So I want name and age, but from. So I have to specify from table name. So what is the table name? Student. Simply copy this one and paste here. Then don't forget to use the semicolon because the semicolon is the only thing which is going to make your more than one query to be separate. Otherwise it will get collapse. Simply control enter. Now we are getting only name and age. Okay. So this is the way how you can get only the column which is you want. For example, I want only name. So remove age from here. Then run it. See, now we are only getting the name. So this is the second type or second way how you can use the select query. The first one with the star, and when you are going to use with the star, it is going to return all the column. But when we are going to use the select with the column name, it will going to be written only the specific column. Okay. I hope you are clear. Then come here. Then what we have? Then 14 point select with alias. So first of all, let's see the theory. You can use the alias to give the temporary name to a column or a table, which make the output more readable. So the basically is alias is nothing but, I know you guys already know what is the alias. And if you don't know, let me tell you, alias is nothing but the alternative name or we are giving to someone else, like someone. Like for example, my name is Durgesh. So I have other name also, like my parents are calling me with other name. So that other name is nothing but the alias. Actually I'm a Durgesh, but my friends calling with me with a different name. My parents is calling with me different name as per their comfort and choice. But at the last, I'm the Durgesh only. Again the same thing with the alias also. You can use or we can print the column or the table name with the name whatever we want with the help of the alias. So here only the same thing I have written. You can use the alias to give a temporary name to column or table, which make the output more readable. Okay. So let me show you a real-time example. So come here. For example, it's showing name, but you confuse like it's showing name, but what exactly? You don't getting exactly what name, like employee name, student name, or products name, or what name. There is a different scenario, like what exactly this name. So the first option what you can do, you can go, like you can with the help of the alter command, you can modify the name of the column. But again, when you are working in the corporate, it is not in your hand to simply go in the database and modify whatever you want. No, it is not like that. So it sometime might be someone ask you or your manager ask you to prepare one report or prepare one table where you want the column name like proper full name, like student name if there is a student name, like, and if there is an employee then employee name, and if it is a product then product underscore name kind of thing. So As I told you, first things you can go and alter the table, but it is not recommended and you cannot do like that. And it is a very hectic things. So what you can do, you can use the alias. So let me tell you how to use the alias. So here you can see select name from the student giving this name. But what if I want select name as as s- a student name, student underscore name, because this is more meaningful as compared to this name. Let me run this one. See, now it's giving student name. But might be you people think, oh, you have changed the name of the column. No, this is the temporarily change. If you see the definition, it's showing. One second. You can use alias to give a temporary name. Okay. So this student name is the temporary name. I have not changed the exact original name of the column in the table. Let me show you so you will get more clarity. If I'm going to run the original table, come here, see, still here I'm getting the name only, but if I'm running this one, I'm getting student name. So this is the power of alias. And you can not only do for the one column, you can do for the many column as you want. So for example, I have one more column, age, and this age I want to represent as a student age. Student underscore age. Let me run this one. See, student name, student age. So this is the power of the alias. You can give more meaningful name without affecting the original column of the table, and you can send this report to your manager. And one more thing, you might be people think how we are going to share these things. So in the SQL developer, we have a different option. We can export this data in the Excel, in the CSV, in the query only. So we have a different option to export this one. So don't worry, we will see in our upcoming videos, okay, like how to export the data from the database or how to import the data. Like we can also do, like for example, you have one data in Excel sheet and you can simply import that data in that particular table or a database. No need to copy paste or type manually, okay. So this is about alias. You can also give alias to the table also. So that we no need to worry about this. We will see when we are going to solve the many different problems. Okay. And one more thing I forgot to tell you. After completing the SQL, I will create the video for the interview question. Like what kind of a interview question right now asking in the interview room. Okay. And we will see in a very simple way and in a very deep. So don't worry about it. So alias is done. And now let me go to see the next things what we have. Okay. Next we have a distinct keyword or command or query, whatever you want, you can see say, okay. So what is the use of this distinct? Most of the people understand by the name only. Distinct means unique. So see the definition. Used to retrieve the unique value from the column. Okay. So come here. First of all, let me run original table. So this is the original data we have. And if you see here, in the age, we have 18, then we have again 18, then we have a 19 here and 19 here. It means data is repeating again and again. It means there is a duplicate data. So, for example, your manager told, hey, Durgesh, he can say like he want data from the table with the unique age. And if you're not getting exactly unique age, so let me create one more duplicate with the same name John. Let me run this one. I have inserted, and as I told you, after inserting we have to run the command commit. So let me run commit. I have run commit. Then if I'm going to run the original table, let me run original table. So here you can see we have a John two times. First here, then let me show you here. So for example, your manager told me I want the record from the student table with the unique student name. So how you can do? Okay. So one option, very worst option, you can say like that. You can simply go in the table and delete. You can search for the all the duplicates and delete manually. But again, I told you this is a very silly things. You cannot do like that. So what you can do, if you want to find the unique record from the table with the name, so you have to use the distinct keyword. Okay, it's a very simple. So what you have to do, simply come here. One second. Come here, then select distinct. Select distinct. But you have to specify like on which column you want to apply the distinct or unique property. So as I told you, I want on the name. So simply I can type the name, but as I told you, I'm a lazy person. So simply I will click here and copy from here. I'm repeating these things again and again. So you will get remember like we have this kind of option. Okay. Then simply copy paste. So select distinct name. Oh, from where? So I want from student table. Simply copy this one, space, paste, then don't forget to use the semicolon, then enter. Okay, I forgot to use the from keywords. Okay. So here you can see I have a John only one time. Okay. But let me show you how. And one more thing. For example, there is a lots of data in that particular column. So it is not possible to drag and drop like this and you can see low. So what you can do, simply come here, simply click on the name which is you want to copy. After clicking, then simply click on Control C, like normal how you are doing copy. Simply do Control C. After that, come here, then click here. Then here you can see the option for the filter. Let me paste here and then enter. Then it will filter. Okay. So here you can see you are only getting the one John record because you have run the command select distinct name from the student. But if you see the original table, let me run. And here if I'm going to find the John, here you will get two times. Okay. So this is the way how you can use the distinct keyword. I hope you got clear idea. So the distinct keyword is we are going to use to fetch only the unique record. Because as I told your manager might be told, hey, I don't want repeated name. I want unique name. So you can use the distinct and give it to your manager. Hey, take it. I have completed. Okay. Kind of things. But don't speak that much rude with your manager. Otherwise, he will fire you. So this is how you can use the distinct keyword. So the next things come to here. Yeah. Now we have a where clause. There might be chance your manager ask you the data with some condition. Like might be ask you, hey, I want the student data whose age is greater than 18 years. Correct? This is the one condition. So at that time, you should able to apply such type of condition and give the report to your manager. Okay. So to apply any condition on filter, we have a where clause. So keep the scenario in mind. See, if you will try to remember the code, definitely you will forget. But if you remember the scenario, like in which scenario you have to use the which command or filter, then you will get more clarity and you will don't forget. You will remember lifetime. So as I told you the scenario, for example, your manager told, "Hey Durgesh, I want the report. In that, I want only the student name or age who's greater than 18." here. Okay. So to apply the condition or a filter in the SQL, we have a where clause. So let's see how we can use. Simply come here. Apply go at last. Then select, okay, star from. Then we have to specify the table name. So what is the table name? Student. Students. Then, as I told you, if you are going to run this command, what you will get, let me show you. See, you're getting all the records. But as your manager told, you want only the student name, or you want only the only the data for the student who have age greater than 18. So what you can do for that, we have a where clause. Where. So now where. So where is used to apply the filter. So where I want to apply the filter on age. Simply click age. Then, and again I'm repeating, don't think like you have to write a small only. No, you can write capital only. Okay, no issue. So age. What age? Age greater than 18. Now, and if you come here and if you see here, we have a total 21 records. Okay. And again, I want to tell you something. There is a lots of data. So it is not a good practice to scroll down like that and see low how much data is there. No. So the simply thing what you can do, you can click anywhere in this table, anywhere, and simply right click. Then you can see your option count row. Click here. 21. Okay. So this is again one more thing how you can see the count. In a small data, you can see directly this. But if you have lots of data, then it is not scroll down. It's a waste of time. So you can simply click anywhere, then right click, then count row. Okay, so we have 21. And when I'm going to apply the condition and I'm going to enter, okay, let me run. Now, if you see here, we have a 13 rows. And again, same thing we can do simply, okay, 13. It means it is only showing the data whose age is greater than 18. Let's cross verify. You can see in the age 20, 19, 22, 22, 23, but we don't have 18. It means our condition is working fine. So if your manager told you, I want the report from the student table whose the age is greater than 18. So at that time you can use the where condition. Okay. So don't forget the scenario. Don't try to learn the code or by heart the code. Try to understand the scenario. Again, in the same only, your manager again say, hey, I don't want the ID and the marks. I only want the name and age. So again, we know how to fetch specific data only. So simply what you can do, simply type name, then comma, age. So with the help of this, it will only fetch the name and age. Let me show you. See, name and age. And here, your manager might say, one second. Okay, there is a no duplicate data. So let me create one duplicate data. Okay. Let me do for this one. For example, I want to show you one more scenario. Okay. Let me insert. After insert, as I told you, we need to run commit. Oh, sorry, I have done mistake. Commit. Okay. Inserted. Now, if you come here and if you run this one, now you are getting 14 reforms. Okay. But the thing is that your manager told you he want all the list of the name and the age from the student table whose age is greater than 18. So in that scenario, you are good to go. But what if your manager told, I want unique record, I don't want duplicates. So we have already used the distinct keyword. So what you can do, distinct. distinct. Okay, then let me run. Now if you come here, you can see Sophia showing only one time. Previously it was showing two times. So in the same query, what we have seen how we can use the distinct, we have seen how we can use the where clause, then we have seen how we can select the specific column only. So these three different things we have seen in one single query. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. So the final output is become like you are fetching the record from the table with the unique name, and you are getting only the name and age column, and you are only getting the data whose age is greater than 18. Correct? But what if your manager add one more condition? Might be your manager is a very bad person. He want to trouble you again and again. So to trouble you, he told you, hey, your data is okay, but I want little bit modification. So you can ask, "Hey, what modification you want?" So he can say, I want this name alphabetically order. As I told you, your manager is a very bad man and he's giving you again and again like tasks. So you can say, okay, add one condition like I want alphabetically sorted. Because if you see here, this is not alphabetically sorted. Because see, A is at ninth position, and this B starting with B is that third position. It is not alphabetically ordered. So the next, how to sort your data alphabetically, correct? So let's see. Come here, let me show you the first definition. We have a order by clause. Previously we have seen where clause. Now we have a order by clause. What is the use of this order by clause? So sort the result set in ascending or descending order. Correct? As I told you, your manager told like I want the data, and you are giving the data, it's very good, but I want alphabetically order. So how to do that work? So we have a order by command to do that one. Simply come here. So up to this you are done. Simply you have to add one condition. Order. Order by. Order by. If you see here, see order by. The same command we are using here. But again the question, you have a name and age, and in original table you have a name, age, ID, marks. So after order by, which column you have to add? So simply remember what your manager told. Your manager told he want the record or data alphabetically sorted by name. It means the task he have given to you, in that only he have mentioned the name. It means you have to use the name here because you want to sort alphabetically to the name. So simply type name. Now let me, first you can see here we have a I, then J, then B, okay, kind of thing. Let me run. Now you can see first we have A, B, C kind of alphabetically ordered. But again, as I told you, your manager is a very bad man, very bad man. And he told, hey, I forgot to tell you, I want to sort alphabetically, but I want in in descending order. Because right now this is the ascending A, B, C kind of thing. This is the ascending order. And let me tell you one thing, it along with the order by, if you're not specifying the either you want descending or the descending, so by default it will give you ascending order. But again, your manager is a very bad man. He told, oh no, I want in descending order. So what you can do if you want in a descending order? So you simply want nothing to worry. Simply you have to specify here. If you see here in the query, what we have did after this, we have to write DESC. Here the DESC stand for the descending. If you are not going to mention anything, then it will going to be provide by default ascending. But if you want in the descending, so you have to do DESC. That's it. Let me run. Now you can see Sophia is coming at the top and the Alice is coming at the bottom. So in the same question, or in the same one single query, we have seen different things. First, what we have seen, how to use the listing. Then we have seen how to select the specific column. Then we have seen how to use the where clause. Then we have seen how to use the order by. Then we have seen how to use the descending. Okay. I hope you are enjoying. The way I'm explaining, it's a very simple way. So even you're not too much smart, then also you can capture this entire things. Okay. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will continue the rest of the topic in the next video. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and please like and subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubts, any query, you can simply come ask me in the comment. I will definitely reply. Okay. And I'm repeating again, these notes I'm going to share to my Telegram channel, and the link of my Telegram channel I'm going to provide in the description box of this particular video. So bye.